Okay, guys, check it out. Look, we got issue 20. We did a live for issue 20 and did stage 71. Came out really good. For now, this is just a recap, just to let you know. This is everything we did for stage 71. We put all the hinge together. What a debacle that became, but it was a good little adventure. All right, then we ended up doing the rest of the hood, putting on the frame, putting on the lock for the hood, uh, putting everything in, then putting on the hood rim, and then finally bolting this into or screwing this in to the hood to complete our engine. So for now, let's just turn this over here, and we're going to go to stage 72, where we are going to build the other hinge. Okay, and here's all the parts for stage 72. Got our extra little hinge here. We got a little roof piece, so that's going to be interesting to put in later on. And then we got all of our components. All right, so because stage 71, we didn't do it quite the traditional way on our channel, I put all the parts, laid them all out, and this is what we're going to quickly show you that basically you got your main component here, 72 Charlie, then you have 72F, 72D, and we're going to screw them into here and here. Then after that, we're going to come back and we're going to screw this piece into here. Then after that, we're going to come back and we're going to take this piece, screw it on to this one, along with our other piece here. And then once we finish all that, we'll be able to go to step 2 of stage 72. And there we have it, guys. Pretty much everything is done for here with the BM screws. Now I'm going to switch over and use the QM screws and put that inside our component right here. Then I'm also going to be screwing that in to our other hinge piece. And of course, once this is done, you're going to take that arrow and the arrow here. You need to line them up so they're basically looking at each other like that. Once you do that, you're going to place a screw through this hole and this hole, along with locking in this. Once that is completed, we then have to grab our nice little spring here, which if you were watching the live, you'll know that this is a pain in the neck. Little spring. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and knock that out. Just to let you know, you'll be using QM screws for here. That's going to go in there. Just so you know, I'm going to actually line these up so that way they are together. Once they are together, you'll see how the arrows line up. Your holes will line up. Now the two arrows are together. I can then take this piece, bring it over to here, grab our QM screw, screw that in, and we'll lock it into place. Now, here comes the screw part. It's going to connect here and here, okay? You want that elongated part to be going over to this section, and then you want the short to be right here. There's a couple little notches in here for that spring to lock into place, and there's another one on this side that allows it to lock into place. And there you have it, guys. It's in there. The spring action works. It's amazing. I'm not going to open it back up again until we have to screw it back on to the hood. So, as it is, it's got a lot of spring tension there. So when this hood pops up, it's gonna pop up. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead, grab ourselves 2 RM screws. We'll bring back the hood. We'll finalize stage 72 by doing that. And then we got a little special something apparently that we have to do after we finish this, because we're not done yet, guys. So there you have it, guys. Both of the hinges are on. We're moving pretty good here, guys. We're moving pretty good. We got all of our spare over here. We're gonna have to slide them out the way because we got to bring back one more piece, and then we'll be able to tell you where this may be going. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do is we got our frame here and we got our hood, right? I don't know why this keeps collecting more and more dust every time I move it, but we're gonna have all that. This is our hood, and we have to attach it onto here. So you see this little slot here, this little slot here. What it's asking me to do is basically we're gonna stick it upside down. I'm gonna go underneath. Okay, we're gonna line these up just like so. Okay, it's gonna be a little tricky here, but you want to line them up so that way they go inside and they're gonna line up with this hole and this hole. So you got two screws. They're gonna be DM screws. You're gonna lock it into place. Once that's locked into place, that'll complete having the hood attached. So it should kind of go in just like so. It'll look real nice. And once that's all completed, we're good to go. And there you have it, guys. The hood is on, and believe it or not, it actually works. So you can lift it up, it stays up on its own. So if you wanted to display it, show the engine, what have you, you can. And then when it closes nice and easy, no issues, no nothing. So just a quick little test run there on how this looks. I'm pretty impressed with it. So we're going to move on. Okay, so welcome to stage 73 of this video. Holy moly. As you can see, it's in a nice wrapping. It's looking pretty good. I don't see any blemishes at this point, but we're going to go ahead, open it up, see how we're looking. And then once we do that, we're going to have to bring back the body frame, and we're going to have to get ready to mount this. As you can see, there's a big gaping hole in here. It is still amazing me on what this big gaping hole is even there for, but you know what? We'll look into it and see what happens. But if you know, then by all means, put it in the comments in the video. Stage 73 here, I'm pretty impressed with the way all this looks. We just got to make sure that we don't get any blemishes on it. No issues and whatnot. But I do have to say, it is nice to see that they gave us a new screwdriver, which I'm only assuming because the tip is slightly thinner than what we've been using. So this screwdriver is going to have to be for these little baby screws, I'm assuming, that are here. These EM screws, they're going to have smaller heads on them or something. But that's okay. We got a new screwdriver for our adventure here. So thanks a lot, guys, for sending us this. Other than that, we're going to go ahead now, get some of those EM screws, because we got to flip this over and we got to add in our inner roof hatch. Okay, so using our new screw, I'm going to let you know a little tidbit. There's an arrow here. It needs to be facing the front of the model. As you can see, this would be the back. This is where your back door is going to be and all that good jazz. Okay, so make sure the arrow is facing towards the flat end, which is your front of your model. As you know, these are all where the door hinges are, or the door tops. But anyway, you're going to screw it in. You're going to notice it's kind of wobbly, so it'll tighten as you go along, so that way it's nice and flush. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and put the 6 EM screws in. And so here we have it, guys. It's all in. It looks kind of a little bumpy towards this end, but I think it's made to be that way. I'm not quite sure. However, the bottom half underneath here looks really good. Our next one is to take step 2. So of course, our next step here, guys, is we're going to bring back that A-frame, the body of it. We're going to flip it upside down on top of this, and then we're going to take what's left of the EM screws. We're going to go ahead and screw that in. These EM screws are going to go along the edges here, which will then secure it onto the A-frame, and we're going to be starting to see Ecto-1 miraculously appearing before our eyes. It's going to be great. All right, so there we have it, guys. Stage 73. So what we're going to do now is we're going to bring up pieces for stage 74, our final step. But this looks really nice. I am going to give you a little warning when you put this on. There's a bit of an issue when you get towards this back end here. There's a little gap. I hope that doesn't make a big change when we get to here later. There's a slight one where it's kind of like this, but I'm assuming that's because we're going to be putting probably another piece here. So there's a couple things that make me a little nervous about how the future of this model is going to go. However, everything's screwed in pretty good. I put in all the EM screws. This is in there very secured, very tight. I got all the nice little trim edges. I like the way it looks. Everything is looking pretty good. Okay, guys, so here we are with stage 74. And this one's going to be a really quick one because, one, it's our last stage of this video. But we're going to put the fender together. We got some trim here. There's going to be a couple clips that are going to go onto the frame. And then that'll allow for our fender to attach later on. So now that we have everything out of the plastic and looking pretty shabby, look at this. I mean, this fender looks really nice. Got a little bit of dust on it. I don't know how. Maybe that's from the factory, but you know, you just give it a quick little swipe. You know, maybe a little blow on it or something. But looks really nice. Got some black in there, some overspray, but that's okay because it's on the inside. As long as it's not on the outside here of the fender. We got our trim, which we're going to attach. The trim is going to be basically just attached according to the video. Just going to get attached like so, and it's going to look really nice. So we have that, and then we have the two clips that are going to go on the frame. So I'll go ahead and we'll get started with this. Okay, so I put it all together. I put in the three BM screws. I got one left over. I didn't have any issues. And now that I can see here, this came out really nice. I mean, the chrome here is just wow. I mean, this is nice. All right, so we're gonna move on. As much as I do like a lot of classic cars, but just to be able to build one of this from this era is just amazing. Okay, so since this is the last step, it's basically what we're going to do is I'm just going to get these EM screws here. Now that I have my EM screws good to go, I somehow have some extras. I don't understand, but some extras are in this package. So this one here is a package way back from when eaglemoss had it. So I guess maybe, you know, because this was the last package I got from eaglemoss. But Fanhome packages will be coming in from this point on, and some of them will have some leftovers with eaglemoss markings on them and such. But other than that, I digress. So what we're going to do is we got to take our clamps here, and the way that they want them, and I'm assuming these clamps here are going to be for the wires, you know, for like the headlights and all the other gizmos that we may add later on. Because remember, the wires have to be hidden at all times because you don't want to take away from the image of the real engine and everything that's going to be inside the engine compartment. So all your wiring will be hidden from everything, just like in your own car, because you don't want the regular wires showing up on that. So as you can see, my hood is closed. I got a little piece of tape there that kind of hold it in place. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I got two slots here and here, and I'm going to use them. They're on this side and this side. I'm going to go ahead, put these on, and show you the end product. Okay, so now that those two pieces are in, we have our fender done. That pretty much concludes the video, guys. After that, it goes right into behind the scenes of the movie and stuff. But one thing that I will add is you might want to open the hood. It gives you a little bit more room to like do all the, uh, you know, to do the work. All right. This thing was a pain in the butt getting in my way, but hey, whatever, it is what it is. Obviously, you know that this fender will eventually, slide right into place, and then we're gonna screw this into place, and it's gonna look real good. All right, but we have a few things that we have to do before we get to that part. But this fender looks really nice. Looks really nice, guys. And you do want to have like a little mat to kind of put down. I have another mat coming that'll be here for our next adventure, so that way we can actually like build this car and not have to worry about scratching all the nice fine white glossy paint. And when our hood comes down, I don't have to, put a little bumper on it to make sure that I don't ruin the Cadillac logo and everything in the front. However, once again, this is the ending of my video. If you guys like what you want, or like what you see, I should say, uh, feel free. You can hit subscribe. If you don't, it's okay. But at least thanks for stopping by. Other than that, guys, if you like what you're seeing, just hit that like button. If this wasn't to your liking, you can always hit that thumbs down, which no one ever clicks on for some reason. But other than that, guys, I do have to get going. I got to go get you guys the next video. And I also have other things that I need to attend to here in the shop. But feel free, check out our other videos and whatnot. Hopefully you'll enjoy those as well. And once again, I got to get going, guys. Keep on modeling out there.